surprise, but I figure since we are already here face to face
Oh my gosh.
in live time,
Okay.
I'm going to take us to YouTube.
I'm here for it. Let's go.
So I have us in a meeting of greatness. Oh, here it is. Right?
Why can't I put my the backdrop behind me like you are instead of in front of me?
Let me see here. I gotta figure out where's the Zoom. So we got it. This meeting is being. Did it tell you it's being live streamed?
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. So now you gotta click your options and choose virtual background.
I don't have virtual backgrounds.
So next to the video where it says it should say blur my background, and then does it say choose video filter?
I have general video audio background status about.
No, okay.
Mirror, it says mirror my video.
No, so bring
Am I in
your
the wrong setting?
yeah, you're in the get out of settings. Okay. So hover your mouse over your where the camera is, where you would either turn on or off your camera. And then to the very
Oh.
right of it should be a down arrow.
Oh, gotcha.
And then there you
Okay, I see mirror choose background. Okay,
Mhm.
we got it. It took me to the same place.
Did you click choose video filter or choose virtual background? You froze on me. Give me 1 second. Oh, they got
I don't
it.
know what I clicked. Let me
Okay. You back? Nope, they got you.
wait, what you see? No, it's frozen. You're frozen.
Yeah, well, I can see that you're moving on the YouTube, but I can't see you on the Zoom.
I can hear you. I can see your eyes moving around,
Mm-hmm.
but I can see scratching your face. Okay, now can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay.
Okay, cool. So,
Oh, it took me back to it's 9 minute video. I can no hear you. Okay,
you
say
can't hear
something.
me?
I can hear you now.
Okay. So, what I want to do is, well, one thing we were supposed to do, and I tried to do it the other day, and I literally had gotten a phone call that
Mhm.
distracted me. Is we were looking at different prices and the difference of $5 a month for someone who's 22
Right.
years. So I'll share my screen and pull up that illustration for us of
Okay.
that young individual doing something that's that eventful for them. Give me 1 second while I'm at it.
Okay.
Um, oh,
Let me see. Maybe I have to do it on my phone. Wait, what? What happened?
1 second. We've got lots of time to do that, so there's no rush, sir. New pending. What else do I have pending? Oh, okay. We do have anything. Well, done. Alright. Aviation history. I gotta get the aviation amendments. Okay. And I have that document here. I'm sorry, y'all. I know we just got mad silent on the line.
Oh, are we live?
Yeah, we're live. We're live. Milano, what's going on? I'd love to talk. What's going on? So
I'm so sorry, everybody.
this is money talk. Yeah, no, don't feel bad, Lana. I was doing some work in the interim, but I was trying to pull up the illustration software, but a case that I'm writing pulled up, so I wanted to handle that business. Whilst I'm at it, let's do this. Create an illustration. Launch life design. Put it back to home here so I can.
I can't see anything, so I had no idea. Hello, everybody.
Oh
I'm so
yeah, you
sorry.
know
I'm
what?
so
I'm
unprofessional. I
watching
didn't know.
from YouTube, so I have YouTube on in the background so I can see
Oh,
what's going on.
you know what? I can get in right now.
Okay.
Oh, it just popped up. Ah, it
Oh,
just
you
popped
see it?
up.
And while you're at it in the chat, I need you to put your links.
Okay. Oh, I don't like the way okay, good. I look better now because I was like, it had me stuck with my face looking weird.
Don't worry about it. All right. So what is this going to show now? This should show.
Hi, Miss Mulatto. Is it Mulatto? Is that a female?
Mulatto Vanguard, I
Mulatto
believe that's
Vanguard?
dude.
Oh, hello,
It
Mr.
might be
Mulatto.
dude. I'm not positive.
Okay. Hello, Mulatto Vanguard.
Let's do this. Modify. All right. Now I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to share screen. Oh, this is how I can. Here we go. That's how I can see it from YouTube. Hey there, everyone.
Is
So
that
I just
Easy
saw your
Eyes?
comment. Hmm.
Hi. Oh, Easy Love. Easy Love to
Eyes love
talk.
to
I know
talk.
that's
Yeah.
right. Oh, okay. So I love to talk. Eyes love to talk. Understand this. I have dyslexia, so I have to see things a couple of times before it registers. So please forgive me.
Don't worry.
That is where eyes loves to talk. I get on Alonzo's nerves. He's very patient with me when we're going through stuff because I read the wrong thing. And it's not that I can't read, I can read really good. I just get wrong.
So I want to introduce everyone and myself. So before I do that, let me do my quick go in. And let's do it. 1 second. This is Kevin Samuels music. Wow. Yeah. I'm going live with Alana. Say hi.
Hi, my sister from another mister and ma'am.
Okay, that's big. That's cool.
Okay, I've done so. And now I am putting my phone on Do Not Disturb. Hopefully, I won't have to go airplane mode because people get to understand it. Oh, you have me on Do Not Disturb. I'm just going to hang up and call you right back. It's going to ring this time. And I'm like, oh, that's what we doing? I'm going to airplane mode.
This will actually allow
Are
me to
we
tell.
on StreamYard?
Say again?
Is this StreamYard or is this
No,
regular
this is still
YouTube?
Zoom. Yeah, this is Zoom.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're helping me out because I was trying. I was going to do it with, ministry, how I was going
Oh, to go
to
live?
still have it meeting, but to offer it to others. And you showed me what to do.
Yeah. You can go live on YouTube
Mm-hmm.
and Facebook with this.
I knew about the Facebook. I didn't know about the YouTube. So this is cool in the game.
All right. So yo, it's your boy, the insurance junkie, your fiduciary fella, the all-star advisor Alonzo Hall, and I've returned today to Weapons Up on Your Head with a wealth greatness conversation and a meeting of greatness. So part of one of the things that I do with a lot of financial professionals, I tell them, hey, listen, you should join Death Row. Let me stop sharing my screen for a moment. So I explained to them, listen, you should join Death Row. And the reason for that is you're going to get a lot of support and training over on this side of things, right? And support and training is really one of the major ways that you go into a different level when you're talking about even just life insurance, right? I'll give you a prime example. Just today, I sat with a client who is going to invest $20,000 a year into his life insurance policy. Now he's already put 10,000 into one policy, and so he decided, you know what? It's time to double up. I want to put 20,000. Right now, in the world of insurance, again, we make 50% commission. So what that person puts in for the year, I get half of that. So in two transactions, one of 10,000, that's $5,000 from my pocket, and one in 20,000, that's $10,000 from my pocket. I've basically made half of someone's annual salary. So the potential is there, especially when we're talking about things like African American community, especially African American men, as opposed to being on the corner. We can do things like that. You can't hear me, Lana? Can on YouTube? Can you hear me?
I can hear you
Okay.
now.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I'm coming in and out. What I want to do real quick, because here's what I want to do. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna pull something up. We're gonna go from March 1st. Search. Okay. So I'm gonna share my screen with you guys because I want to show you guys something when it comes to this, life insurance field, right? One of the major things we always talk about is pay. So sometimes your pay isn't the greatest, right? Sometimes you get checks that look like this. Okay. If you'll see here, this is my real check, right? And this is from last month. This is from,
We don't see it yet. There we go.
okay, here it is. So this is from last month. Um, you know, we ran this on April 1st, 2023, right? And this was a check for, let me, $41.44. Right? It's pretty underwhelming. But the idea is that I helped a family. I was able to make $41.44 from the comfort of my home, or literally from my cell phone. Now, this is something that you can do
Right.
part-time while you have a regular job. And the beauty of it is, can you use realistically, because people talk, oh, you can be a millionaire. Da, da, da. Listen, I want you to show me how I can make $50. If I can make $50, I can then conceptualize multiplying it. But people, and the reason I say this is come to death row, because you need to stop listening to these people. I
Wait
made
a minute.
$7 in a
Wait a
week.
minute. Wait a minute. Lonzo, wait, hold up.
Mm-hmm.
Let's put this in perspective. You made that $41.44, but that was in 1 hour. Most of America does not make $41 in an hour.
You're
That's what you
borging a little
gotta
bit.
put it
Hold
out
on.
there.
Say that one more time.
I said that most people don't make $41.44 in 1 hour.
This is true.
If you look at how much in America, most people across the board don't make that much per hour. So when you're looking at that check, like I just made $41.44, that was 1 hour's worth, not even really an
Yeah, it
hour's
was
worth of
much
time
less
though.
than an hour's worth of work. It was maybe 30 minutes worth of
That
work.
part, that part, and it's legal.
Yeah,
And you can
and
feel
it's
good
legal.
about it.
I feel
And it's
real good
legal.
about it. Okay.
Not looking over your back like where the insurance police at.
So again, that legal $41.44 that I made in substantially less than an hour. So as Alana said, most Americans don't make $41.44 an hour. This, yes, this was the check, but this was maybe 30 minutes worth of work for that entire week. Now,
Right.
I want to show you guys the flip side of that. Is that here? Okay. So just so you see here, this was from 2 weeks prior, March 16th. But the check here is $7,934. Okay. So again, I say that not to impress you, but to impress upon you, what type of money can actually be made in this business. Okay. So now here's the crazy thing. Do you know how much more work I put in to make this $7,934 than I did that $41? Less.
I'm shaking here like nothing.
Now, this comes from obviously putting in your 10,000 hours and learning things. Now, the reason I say this is because most of the time, agents will lead with the look at what I made, 7,900, and that's from one transaction. Great. But it takes some time to get there. LeBron James wasn't dunking right out of the womb. And he had to first learn how to dribble. Right? So you got to start with the smaller amount. So when we start, I'm going to show you the ugly side, the side that nobody celebrates, because there's way more $41 checks than there are $7,900 checks.
Yep.
Okay. But the idea is to keep consistent with the $41 checks. And then those clients who created $41 checks, because of the work you did, are going to grow to be able to give you $7,900 checks. Okay. I tell all my clients, you're going to make me rich. However, the only way is if you benefit more. So
Mhm.
now I want to show you.
People,
Go ahead.
I was gonna say a lot of people, agents would look at that $41 and be like, I don't even want to help this person because I'm not getting paid. And in this business, if you have that type of an attitude, you're not.
You froze a little bit. The Borg's got her, y'all. Give her a second. Nope, still can't hear you. Take your time. The internet is bugging. Let's close this. Well, in the interim, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you hit that like, drop a comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you're made aware every time I release new content. And as always, share, share, share. Lastly, to contribute to channel growth or to schedule an appointment with a licensed financial professional, the links are in the description of this video. So as we proceed to give you what you need, 5, 4, 3, I know she's about to come back right now. Dad. Nope, still frozen. Let me let her know. I know you cooking too. Let me see if she. Oh. Okay. Yeah. We can't hear you.
You hear me?
Hold on. I might be able to hear you on the Zoom, the YouTube.
That's crazy.
Let me mute my
You,
Zoom.
'cause I can totally hear you.
Yeah, it's like coming in and out. I can barely hear you though.
I can
You
you
can
and
but you can hear me
I
clear?
can see you.
Okay. It's like pausing. Yeah, like I heard you start to say what,
Yeah,
but then yep, and then I heard you say yes. Well, we call it Borgin, so it's like Borgin in and out.
crazy.
See, I heard crazy. I need to update my, you know what? Give me a second while I'm at it. I need to, no, I don't want to end the stream. I am going to go to Canva and get my, what's the name that I have in here?
Now, right now,
Barely. It keeps like coming in and fading out.
this is bananas. And that is not a pretty picture of me. My face is just looking all crazy.
Your face disappeared?
No, my face is stuck on the screen. It's stuck
That's okay.
with the
Ain't
look.
nobody judging. And if they is, tell them to judge
I'm
themselves.
judging.
worked.
My internet is strong, so
Yeah,
I
I hear
don't
it.
know what the problem is. Yes.
Let me check the YouTube really quick. All right, ladies and gentlemen, they don't want you to be great. That's all right. Listen, we will multitask, so I'm down to multitask if you down. Um,
All day, every day. I'm a mom with 6 kids. What else can I do?
there
Multitask.
we go. There we go. That's the background I wanted. That's my background.
Oh, see, how did you do that?
You click like I said, when you go to the video, right, where it says stop video,
Mhm.
and then you click the button. Don't go to
Yeah.
video settings, right? But when you click the there should be an arrow next to where it says stop video. So don't go into video settings, but above that it
Right.
should say choose video filter and choose virtual background. So you need to pick choose virtual background. And then this way you can put your logo up like that. He says Skynet be tripping, don't it though, Mister? Salute, brother. Y'all gonna like this because this is gonna be more of if y'all were here this morning, this is gonna be a little bit more of what y'all experienced this morning. But again, that's why I wanted to lead in with, come over to death row, right? Because coming over to death row, literally what I learned today, I'm going to be making sure to pour into Alana. So Cali Homesteading with Pooh Bear if you haven't, make sure that you subscribe to her. She is a homesteader, like she said, a mother of 6, an ordained pastor soon, minister, and she also works with me in insurance and financial services. She also took an additional step in something in terms of assisting her clients with their full financial profile. She does something called Legal Shield. And what this does is this gives you access to attorneys for a low barrier to entry. So you have to actually use it for it to work. But when you're working with us as financial professionals, part of it working is that you're going to start with your will or your estate plan with us. He said, I'm going to replay the F out the last one. Yeah. So what happened, Alana, was I got on the phone with a wholesaler. So basically an advanced market guy like Troy Branch with another company.
Okay.
And I went
Okay.
through a bunch of hypotheticals because I have some actual clients that I'm thinking of moving their money. And
Right.
so I wanted to see the exact one was from my mother, right? It's her retirement account. So I was like, hey, listen, I want to hook up my mom. So how do I do this? And so he was unaware, obviously, that we were on YouTube. So it was complete candor, nothing crazy. I didn't let him, say nothing like, kill all black people and nothing crazy
Right.
like that, but I did pick his mind about the product and learn the product. And what was ironic was Mr. had said, wow, this is awesome because now as a consumer, I learned what to ask a financial professional because you're at now I know the questions to ask. He said it was very helpful to listen to someone
Right.
who knows all the right questions to ask. Right. This is why people end up in messed up situations.
Facts. Hi,
Give me
Mr.
one second.
Mister.
I'm gonna go get me some water. You could talk. I'll be right back.
Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me?
I can hear you.
You can hear me, but I want to know, can they hear me? Because on my laptop, I'm frozen again.
Y'all can hear her.
I don't think they can hear me. I think that it's behind a little bit. Oh, I think he can hear me. Okay, good. Okay, so you guys can hear me. It's just a little looking on it on my tablet versus the computer. It's a little behind. So okay, great. So yeah, it is a great opportunity to be with a company that actually wants you to learn, that it's not stuck on just having you be the worker bee and they get to pull all of the strings and everything and they make the big money. So I have been really grateful and blessed since I have come over to death row, as Lonzo likes to say.
Exactly. Oh, did you stop or did you cut out?
Good. No, I'm here. I was reading to see what they were saying. So Mr. said he could hear me loud and clear. So that's
Okay.
good. I'm gonna tell you
Keep going.
guys, being with certain companies, certain carriers, they will keep you captive. They don't allow you to know of all of the different ways that you can make money. I am not new to life insurance. I've been in this game since 2013. But I have learned more since I've known Alonzo, and we met like September-ish.
Mm-hmm.
I've learned way more since I've got to know him than all of the years that I've been in insurance. Because when you belong to certain companies, if they don't get down with that swirl, they don't want you to get down with that swirl. So they'll even tell you that there is no swirl.
Mm-hmm.
So there was a lot of things I didn't know that I could do annuities, and I didn't know that I could even, like IULs, just it's a whole bunch of stuff that I didn't know because the company that I was with didn't do it. So I've left so many bags, but I'm coming back to collect them. I'm coming back around. I'm scooping up everything this time around.
Scoop
Making
it
that
up.
shadow. Making that shadow. For sure.
Scoop it up. So, ladies and gentlemen, again, make sure the word, what's going on, brother? Make sure you go follow Alana. She did put her links in the chat.
The word.
Mm. And let me see. Yeah. So make sure you keep spamming your link too, Alana. And anyone else. In fact,
Okay.
Mr. You here often enough. I need to.
You guys, let's click the like button.
Mm-hmm.
I was
So,
on with the word yesterday.
man.
Whose channel were we on? African Dreamers, I think. Was that this morning, the word?
Yes, I need to rewatch that to learn more about annuities. I've been thinking about annuities after you said you yourself can't get another. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so annuities are definitely, a great alternative to life insurance if you are ineligible for life insurance. But they are
Mm-hmm.
substantially more expensive up front. Generally,
Up front.
with like a $25,000 minimum investment, if you watch the video this morning, you'll hear when I'm speaking to the wholesaler, I was like, what's the minimum I can put? 25,000. So when people are like, hey, do $25 a month, you need to do $25 a
No.
month for 1,000 months to equal the
You
beginning.
need to do $25 a day.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah. Well,
Man,
it'd be 10.
$25 an hour.
Yeah. So in order to at $25 a month, you need to do 10,000 months.
Facts.
Do people live 10,000 months?
I don't think
Now,
so.
I
No,
want to go.
client. He wouldn't get this person where they were. That's why he's saying, you're gonna make me rich down because of what they. Because I was about to look it up. Okay. I was like, wait, the word. Okay. Yeah.
So 10,000 months is 833 years.
Yeah, nobody lives that long.
Yeah. So that's how long it would take investing $25 a month. Right? Sorry, y'all. I had to go get me a snack. Right? But so what I wanted to show you
That's
guys
crazy.
is alternative investment options. He said 833 years. Yeah.
Yeah. Not
833
since
years.
biblical days. Not since biblical days.
Yeah. What was I doing? I just froze here. Give me 1 second. Okay, here we go. I'm going to share my screen and show you some of the training that we've shared. And what we do here is we try to work together. So, one of the things that that I want to show you is the difference of $5, right? So here we have a 22-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
And why is this important? Because people in our age range have children of these ages. And when we were that age, I know when I was 22, I had a guy who was like, hey, man, if it's just 25 bucks a week, you can afford it. Just put it away. Trust me, you'll appreciate it when you're 40. Did I listen? No. Now, as parents, we always want to give our children the best opportunity in the world for a leg up. Well, one great way to do that is through life insurance. So, let's say you got them a Gerber policy when they were born. You know, that's the status quo. It's the right thing to do, supposedly. Now, is it the best thing? No. But it beats not having anything. So, Gerber says at 21, that policy is now convertible for that child to a permanent policy, and they can increase their death benefit. Well, let's say when they were a kid, you were paying $25 a month. And now you say, hey, look, baby Gray. As you can see, this is Mrs. Gray. Mrs. Gray is 22 years old. Now, at 22 years old, $25 a month seems like a lot for life insurance. Now, it don't seem like a lot on a monthly car payment for 2012 Mitsubishi Endeavor. Because unfortunately, that's what happens to college kids. Right? But again, it beats a blank. You froze a little bit, Lana.
Oh no, I was just being still.
Oh, okay. So now let's see what happens at $25 a month. Now we're going to set this policy up a couple of different ways because most people will set it up as such. Let's see. Well, you're 21 or 22 in insurance world. Let's see what $25 a month does for you for life insurance. Well, it'll get you a $65,000 death benefit. Big whoop. What do I care about when I die? Somebody gets $65,000. Well, wait. It gets better. There's cash value. Oh, okay. Well, I spent $300 this year and I get nothing for 10 years almost. At the end of 10 years, I spent $3,000 and I have an account value of $174 and I got $75 back if I cancel the policy. Well, why don't I just get a term policy? Because I'll spend $300 in total over the course of that 10 years. And if I die, my family gets $65,000. Besides, if I die here, my family only gets $64,000 and they don't even get the death benefit. This is true. Well,
right.
You don't want to die in 10 years when you're 32. So let's look at 20 years. Well, now you've put $6,000 in. You get back $2,400 and your family still only gets a $6,500 death benefit. I could spend that $2,400 and get way more of a death benefit over 20 years. Yeah, you could. So what am I getting for this money? Well, you're still looking at the death benefit. Well, over the course of 30 years, when you're 52, you've paid $9,000 into this policy. And if you cancel it or you need to borrow against it, because remember, you can still borrow against it, you'll have almost $6,000 to borrow against. And your death benefit is still only $6,500. Now, this is the longest amount of time you can pay for a term insurance policy is 30 years. After that, you can't get term insurance anymore. Well, at this age, you can because you're only 52. So you can actually get another 20-year term. Oh, but it's going to be substantially more expensive. Now, here at age 52, you've stopped paying.
Yeah.
But wait, the policy keeps going. So now I'm 62. There's $6,800 available. I spent $9,000 over the course of 30 years. And if I die, my family gets 65 grand. And I looked at the rates for the other policies, and they're ridiculous. Okay, so 30 years, you're 72. You got 5,600 because the policy is starting to fall apart. So this is not an attractive way to have your life insurance. That's why we don't do it like that. You have to sit with somebody who is an all-star advisor like ourselves who learns these methods. Okay?
Right.
So now, looking at these methods, we go preview. I changed one little thing, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, Wanda, how are you? $25 a month. Good Lord, that's a lot of money. Well, the reason $25 a month, Mister, is because at that rate, this is for a 22-year-old. So $25 a month, again, for life insurance does seem expensive. I'll even show you, right? Because remember, we're talking about term. So let's show you that because I want to compare so you understand. Well, you can't do it like that. Premium. So at $25 a month at the age of 22, I'd be like 64,000. I could get you 179,000. What? Why you only want 65,000? Oh wait, I just did something over here. It's not 65,000 anymore. It's less for the same
Right.
$25. Now that's crazy. You hustling backwards, Alonzo. Why would I get less death benefit for more money? That don't make no sense. I'm going over here to this term guy. I'm getting this $179,000 because I need 179. That number is so much bigger. It makes so wait, but so you want to die?
Right.
No, I want $179,000. Well, no, you want to die because you're just. Oh, well, here's how it works. So you'll pay $289 a year. Okay, so after 10 years, you've paid $2,800. And here, after 10 years, you've paid, wait, $3,000. But you've got access to $174. And if you cancel it, you get $75.
Mm.
While here,
Mm.
you spent $2,800. So you saved what, $200. If you die, your family gets $179,000. But since you lived, your family gets nothing and you get nothing, and you don't have even $174 to borrow against. But wait, this
Right.
is not a 10-year term. So let's keep going. It's a 20-year term? Well, no, it's a 30-year term. But let's compare apples to apples.
30-year term.
So now what's happened here? After 20 years, you've spent $6,000. You've got $2,417 in your pocket. And if you cancel the policy, you'll get $2,417. Year 20, you've paid $5,770. So you've saved $300. But if you died, your family would have gotten $179,000. You keep missing the point, Alonzo. Well, here, if you died, yeah, your family would have only gotten $64,000. Here, since you didn't die, you get nothing, your family gets nothing, you just saved $300. So, okay, we'll do that. We'll say you saved $300. So, as opposed to earning $2,117. We'll just call it a wash. Okay, so 30 years, right? Okay, because that's the length of term you've got. So at 30 years, here you've spent $9,000, but you've got access to borrow against $5,900. And should you cancel, you'll get $5,900. So here, you paid over 30 years, $8,600. So you saved $400. If you died, your family got $179,000, but you did not die. And now this policy is done.
Mm-hmm.
So now you have to apply again at age 52, substantially less healthier. So let's see what that looks like. Okay. So let's see the same $25 a month, right? But now we're at 52 because it's 30 years later.
30 years.
No, ma'am, you cannot spend $25 a month. It has to be a minimum of $70 a month, and the smallest death benefit you can get is $100,000. Oh, wait, but here, right? We're over here. Well, this is the term, right? This is the other term. But here, well, oh, you mean, wait, I stopped paying. Wait, I don't have to pay anymore? No. And if you die, your family gets $6,488. And if you live, you have $6,000 to borrow against. And so
Right.
let's do another 10 years to age 40, right? I mean, to policy year 40, right? So 10 years have gone by. Now you're 52. So now 52 to 62, right? Oh, I'm sorry. That's the end of this 10 years here. So
Yeah, you
from
can't
62
do
to
that.
72. I'm sorry. So from 62 to 72, oh yeah, you haven't paid a dime, but you've still got a $64,000 death benefit. And now the cash value is decreasing, but you've still got $6,000 to borrow against. Or if you cancel the policy at that point, you get $6,000 back. Here, we're age 71. If you died, your family got 100 grand. If you lived, we add that 15,000 to the 8,600, and let's see what we got. So 8,656 plus 15,000. So you've spent 23,000 versus spending 9,000. But hey, if you died, your family got 100 grand, but you
Right.
were unable to borrow against anything or anything. Now, let's show you a little better scenario. Let's get rid of this term crap. Let's show you a better scenario. So again, the 22-year-old is now going to change one little button click. Let me just check the chat here. At 22 years old, $25 a month is more than $1 for every year they live.
That part.
Okay. Less for my family life insurance than to do my cell phone bill, investing in all universal life policies. So the word that's not the best thing to do is invest in universal life insurance policies. First, life insurance is not an investment. Okay. It's an investment alternative, but it is not an investment. And there are some good reasons for that. The law regulates that an investment must, one, be taxable, and
Mm-hmm.
two, have the possibility for loss. Okay. In life insurance, it is usually A, non-taxable, and B, unless it's a variable policy, it has no possibility for loss. It has only possibility for gain. So yeah, I don't mind it not being called an investment. So now here, same scenario, right? Now remember here at 22, we're paying $50 a month, and or I'm sorry, $25 a month. And at the end of things, we've got $174 cash value. Here, I change one little thing. And at the end of that same 10 years, with the same $25 a month, all right, I got $725 of cash value available to me.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So now let's look at 20 years down the line. Out of my pocket, I came 6 grand. I've got access to $3,549. Whereas here, again, without the death row method, you spent 6, you only got access to 2,400. Right? I'd rather have an extra $1,100. Let's look at
That
30.
part.
Remember, we're doing a 30-year term, right? You spent 9 grand. You've got $8,291 available to you. So technically, over the course of the last 30 years, right? 9,000 minus 8,291, 709, right? Divided by 30. So you spent $23 a year on life insurance. I'm gonna pause there for a second. Salute to the Asian symbols. I don't know. I can't pronounce that. Hood TMZ was good. NC Worker was good. Do I have you as a mod?
Hi, Hood TMZ. Hi, new NC worker.
Yeah, and see workers in the building. So basically, is it worth
Um,
to spend? Go ahead.
call her Life. The
Life.
one with the symbols at the end. It
Ah,
says Life and then a heart.
life. What's going on? Give me 1 second. I gotta go get some more snacks. I am in a snacking mode. Yes, I do.
He is a mess. And what I wanted to say while he's taking a pause, hopefully you guys can hear me, is
Yes, we can hear you.
with the term, the whole thing is it's for a specific amount of time. So let's say the longest term I've ever done was 35 years. And this is before I knew better. So when the 35 years is up, you have paid however much money you've paid for your term policy, but there's nothing that you get back from it. There's no cash value. The only way you benefit, well, you personally never benefit from it. Your family can benefit from it if you pass away. But if you live, as long as you live past the policy, you get nothing when those 35 years are over. And now you're older, and now you might have health ailments. So they might tell you, well, you know what? You're going to have to apply, but now at your new age. Then they may also say, at your new age plus your health ailments, we're going to have to rate you differently. And sometimes they might even say, I'm sorry, but you no longer qualify for life insurance because of your health ailments. You know, when you're like this Miss Gray, she's 22 years old, 21, 22 years old. There's no cancer, there's no high blood pressure, there's no diabetes, there's no thyroid, there's no lupus or anything. At 52, there may be something there that would rate her a whole lot higher versus if she had just gotten the whole life insurance policy. Because guess what? Because it's a whole life policy, it does not change. It's permanent, it's not going away. So the price for her insurance is not going to go up, and it's not going to end unless she lives past like 121. So, I
Yeah.
mean, 9 times out of 10, she's gonna be okay. And so, in the event that she goes through life and she starts to get health ailments, she's still covered. So, she can use some of that while she's alive. And then, if she passes away, when she passes away, she can leave the rest to her family.
Mm-hmm.
You can't do that with a term policy.
Cannot. So besides that, let me just check the chat really quick. Yes, indeed. So besides that, I do want to continue showing you guys something. So something that you mentioned, Alana,
Mm-hmm.
that I think would be much more realistic because I illustrated her at 52, assuming that she didn't live life, meaning she was exactly helpful and in a bubble for the last 30 years and never got as much as the sniffles.
Okay.
That's unrealistic.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to do a special class and I'm just going to rate it because that's what would happen. So you can see the reality. Let's say she had, some high blood pressure, a thyroid issue, something like that, diabetes. Especially if she looks like us, diabetes is something that we allow to run rampant due to our eating habits.
Mm-hmm.
So now, remember that term policy was nice and cheap. Now, if I preview it, remember it was $70 if she was in perfect health. Oh, for that same 100,000, it's $103.
Right.
And that's just saying, oh yeah, no, she got diabetes now. That's not saying she's actually had a serious health element. right? Went down the wrong pipe.
I hate that.
Huh? Yeah. Um, if you get Philadelphia cream cheese, garden
And mix it with salsa.
vegetable, garden vegetable.
You need some water.
Woo. That's better. Garden vegetable slaps. But so for that same 103,000, I'm sorry, for that same 100,000, she's now got to pay $103 a month. Now, imagine somebody said, "Hey, you got cancer." Oh, I'm sorry, ma'am. We can't offer you insurance. Period. Now, your
We got to
alternative.
answer the word's question.
Mm-hmm.
The word. Look at his question.
Let me see here. I suggest term to cover mortgages. What do you guys thoughts on that? Again, so every policy has its purpose. We're not saying that it shouldn't exist, right?
Right.
It's literally what it's for. What does a mortgage have? A term. How long is the mortgage term? Generally, it's 30 years. How long is a term life insurance policy? 30 years.
Nearly 30 years. So it can cancel itself out in the event something happens.
Exactly. So what it is, the word is, hold
What
on, let me
is what
stop.
is going on?
I'm sharing my screen.
I know, but it was like
Infinite
a
screening,
box
yeah.
in a box in a box in a box.
Yeah, that's because I was sharing the screen of me sharing my screen.
Okay.
But so what happens is this. Wealthy people insure one life, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. So each type of policy has its own reason.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You may need a term policy to be like, hey, I got this mortgage in case something happens, cover it. Now, when you get into more advanced situations, like what I'm teaching Lon about, you can use permanent life insurance as well. The problem is people don't plan. So they can't use permanent life insurance the way it should be used in those scenarios because they haven't planned. For example, nobody just goes, I want to buy a house when they wake up, right? They go, okay, I want to buy a house. I know eventually I got to get a down payment. I got to get my credit right. You know, it's going to take you 6 years to get your credit right, but you don't even start the savings that you would need for a down payment.
Right.
All you do is work on getting your credit right. Well, you're still going to have to, when you have credit, a great credit score means nothing without having the ability to prove the ability to pay back the loan.
Right.
If you got an 850 credit score and no job, no one will loan you anything. Right? Subjectively, I'm sure you know.
There's always some ram in the bush, but it's going to be a high price.
Yeah. So if you can't prove to them, hey, I got a great credit score and a way to pay you back, tough luck. So why wouldn't you then use something like a life insurance policy to save that up? That's more advanced. I'm just throwing that out there. Those are the type of
Mm-hmm.
training that I give to my teammates behind the scenes. So if you're willing, if you, when you join the team, you come to the meetings, you'll get this kind of attention, right? Um, and I'm very transparent, which is
Yeah.
unlike a lot of people.
Yep.
Now, excuse me. Them crackers is good. I need it. I know I need to eat something. That's why.
Man, I'm about to go make me a sandwich. You're killing me over here. I
I'm
haven't
sorry.
eaten.
Go get you something to eat, woman.
All
Go get
right, I'm pausing myself. I'm muting my.
no problem. She's sitting here starving herself to death. So yeah, I like mortgage protection life insurance too. I usually would do an ROP, which is a return of premium, and I can show you that actually. So again, I'm a broker, so I don't belong to just one company. So ain't no loyalty around here. The loyalty is to my client. Right? I have no loyalty to the company. The loyalty is to my client. Because at the end of the day, the company just cuts me a check, but the client pays me. So let's look at this. I'm going to show you what a ROP is. And that's return of premium. All right. So I'm looking for the quick quote. We're done right here. Yeah, terms definitely are good for covering mortgages, but again, like I said, each policy is for a different reason. So hopefully when you're selling them a term, you're also selling them a disability. So let's just use any state. We'll use California. Actually, no, we'll use Illinois since we're in Illinois. All right, so let's say they want a $250,000 death benefit, 42-year-old non-tobacco using male. So what is ROP? ROP is a little more expensive than traditional term. Why? Because they give you all your money back at the end of the term. So, as I was saying with this term, at the end of the term, game over. That's it. Right? With this term, actually, let's do it for a 22-year-old female. Since that's what we did there, right? And we'll do non-smoker, California, update quote. So for a $250,000 policy for a 22-year-old female with a return of premium, for what they call preferred, meaning you have Superman health. Most people don't. Most people have traditional health or standard health. So in standard health, the young lady has to pay $47 a month for 20-year term or $36 a month for 30-year term. Now, if we do 3686 times 12, that's $442.32 times 30. That's $13,269.60. When she turns 52 at the end of this term, the insurance company would then send her a check of $13,269.60. That's called return of premium term, right? On the flip side, and mind you, that's for a $250,000 death benefit. So let's see what this looks like at a $250,000 death benefit. So in previewing, right here, we're getting a term. If she were to only pay the term policy for 10 years and take a 10-year term, which is what you get advertised on TV, is $183 a year for $250,000 death benefit. That's $15.25 a month. Right? Now here, again, this is standard. It's $36.86 a month, so more than double the price. But you get all your money back. Now, for its, I'm sorry, that's for a 10-year term. So for a 20-year term, it's $233 a month, a year. So that's $19.41 a month. Still substantially less than $36 a month. But at the end of 20 years, yeah, you spent $4,600, but you get nothing back. Now, 30-year term, right? 30-year term. Oh yeah, 30-year term is 36. I'm sorry, the 20-year term is 47. So the 30-year term is $36 a month. 30-year term here is $335 a year. So that's $27.91 a month, right? So at the end of 30 years, you spent $5,000 less. But you get nothing, and if you didn't die, your family gets nothing. However, in the return of premium, you get all $13,000 back. So that's a little more attractive if I'm going to do a term, right? Yes, it costs more. But even when you're price shopping, you have to shop for features and benefits, right? That's why different nails cost different money when you go to the nail salon. Everybody just gets a manicure. Yeah, the manicure is $30. But then if you get a manicure with gel and a clear coat, that's a different price. Then if you get a manicure with gel and a clear coat and coffin nails and acrylic nails, that's another cost. But it's still just going to the nail salon. So what's the difference? Well, the features and benefits.
Right.
Because the features and benefits are, go ahead.
No, I was saying right.
Yeah. Oh, and feel welcome to drop in and chime in and say stuff anytime you want, because I could talk.
That's the good thing about us. We both can.
So, now we're going to get back to the permanent stuff, but I just wanted to answer your question about term. Let's see here.
Oh, I did want to say something. Okay, for the word. So when you get the term policy, it's kind of sort of in the event I pass away, the way you were saying it, in the event I pass away, I'll have money put aside to pay the mortgage off.
Mm-hmm.
And I understand that. But there's ways that you have to structure it to make sure. So you have to start looking into having a will and having a trust and things of that nature. And see, so the cat being let out the bag is this. What the other people do that don't have as much melanin as we do, what they do is they have a will and a trust. And then if Papa Bear passes away, Mama Bear is not going to get all that money in her pocket for her to just do whatever she needs to do. It's put in a trust, and in that trust, it will go ahead and it'll be there for the next generations. And so then it'll be stuff like this, and this is how they get to save their money. If they want to purchase a new home or whatever, they go to the trust and get money to purchase this new home instead of going out and getting this big time loan.
Mhm.
Because when you get that loan, you have to pay that money back plus all of the interest. And that benefits the bank and the shareholders and all of that stuff. That's not benefiting you. But when you borrow from the trust and you pay that back, you're putting money back into your future and your family's future, your future grandkids and everything. The term will end. And so, say you have that term for mortgage purposes, and it's a 30-year mortgage, but you live past that 30-year mark. You've invested all of this money in the what if instead of putting it in a situation that could grow you the same money. And then when you outlive it, you have nothing left. So a lot of people are looking at it like, well, let me get this term policy because I can get a big number in any event. Like my husband, he has one for over $700,000. So our house doesn't cost that much. So if he passes away, it's enough to pay our house off and put money up for each kid, but that's going in the trust. So in the event that he passes away, even if I do pay the house off, the rest of that money stays in that trust for our children and our grandchildren. But he has it set up to where in the event that he lives, he's still going to be able to get money from that as well. And that's the difference to
So
me.
I am so appreciative of you right now, Elena, because you just helped. No, you don't know what you just put in my head that I'm about to tell you. And with this, if a licensed financial professional comes along with this and is having struggles selling life insurance and doesn't understand the difference between how to explain best to a client, what's the difference between term and whole life? You just broke down for me, and I'm going to give you exactly what to say. You ready for this?
I'm ready.
Because you said whole life is for what if, right? So, what's the difference between whole life and term? Whole life is for what if. Term life
Term is
is
for
for
what
what
if.
if. Whole life is for when will, right? So, term life
Absolutely.
is for what if I die during ... Whole life is for when will I die? Because
Right.
we all know it's gonna. I know nobody who's made it out of life alive.
That part.
I don't know nobody who's lived 10,000 months.
No. No.
So,
No.
you know.
No.
Now, I know we just went a long route to not even get to exactly what I was talking about, which is the $5 difference. But
Oh, the $5 difference is fire.
yeah, it's a common question often about term insurance. Now I'm gonna close these term quotes. We're gonna get back to the permanent. So again, here 24.17, same here, 82.91 after 30 years, right? So here after 30 years, you only got $6,000. Here after 30 years, you're basically even. Now here's the thing. So after 31 years, right? Well, let's just go in decades. So after 40 years, she's 62. She only spent $9,000, but she's got access to 11,000, basically 12,000. And if she cancels the policy at 62, they got to give her $3,000 extra. Well, 29.63 extra, right?
Mm-hmm.
Here, dang, she's still coming up short. Right? Now that's just one click of a button. Now, let me show you guys something that, again, that's another reason that a lot of agents don't like this. So, there's something called a guaranteed income for life rider, income lifetime rider. So, it would trigger for her at age 50. which would be $7,154 of cash value available in the policy, which would then give her $32 a month until the day she dies. But wait, she is only paying $25 a month and only for 30 years. You mean I can get $32 a month every month until 85? Yep, until 100? Yep, until 121. Right? Now, that's just the difference of a click of a button, right? So she's putting $25 in here, right? And same thing here. She's putting in $25. Let me just check.
That'll be her bingo money.
Yeah, that'll be her bingo money when she's older. Or like my grandmother, right? My grandmother has a life insurance policy that has a death benefit of $7,500. I'm sorry, of $5,000, right? But she's paid $7,900 into the policy. This is one of those Colonial Penn $9.95 will get you the whole unit. They don't explain that to you. So people will tell you, buy term, and when you're old, you don't need a death benefit. Just get one of those policies. For $5,000 worth of coverage, she's had the policy for over 10 years. So now she's paid more into the policy than the policy is worth. If she cancels the policy, we get nothing. If she keeps the policy, she's just paying into something that we get $5,000 back. So at this point, she literally should have just saved the $55 a month for 10 years. So those policies are set up for if, Aunt Sally, she's out the door in the next 3 to 5 years. Right. Other than that, those policies, those are death policies. That's why they say final expense. Those are policies you get when, Aunt Susie is in hospice and they say you need to get your affairs in order. That's when you call up Alex Trebek and you say, Alex Trebek, I need this guaranteed policy. It's going to cost you $600, but that's $600 one time versus you getting pissed off because none of your friends or family donated to your GoFundMe, but they like, I love you, anything you need, but that. Right?
Hold up. Don't call Alex Trebek. Call Pooh Bear because I do final expense too, and I can work it out to where it's not going to be that detrimental to your pocket.
There you go. Call Pooh Bear because she does final expense too. Now, I was going to illustrate the other carrier, but I'm not going to do that for the in honor of time. So now you have this young lady who's 22, who we're going to go back to, again, index universal life or whole life. Now, instead of $25 a month, right, we're going to do 30, right? So now we just want to see the difference of $5. Now, remember here, she put in $3,000 in total over the course of 10 years, and she's got access to $725. Right? Oh, my computer don't like me. Let me refresh. It's probably been, yeah, there we go. Oh, wow. All right, I'm gonna have to log out and log back in is what that means.
What happened?
Here it is.
Oh, okay.
So by spending $5 a month more.
Good. I'm happy I was able to help the word. I'm sorry.
So she does pay, again, $600 more over the course of that 10 years, but she doubled her return.
Facts.
So here it was $725. Here it's 1487. So 725 doubled would have been 1450. She more than doubled her return on investment just by adding $5. Now let's look at the length of time, compound. So again, adding $5 more. Here at 20 years in, she's at 3,500 in cash. Now she spent $6,000. Now here she spent 7,200, but she's at 5,700 in cash, so she's 2,200 more. Now yeah, she spent 1,200 more. And here she spent $1,800 more, 30 years. But here she hasn't even broken even yet because she's at 8291 versus 9,000. Here she spent 1080, but she's gotten an actual gain on her investment because now she's at 13,000. Wait, hold on. Didn't I show you all that return to premium policy? Wait, hold on. Wasn't she going to get back exactly $13,000 at the end of all that? Okay.
Thank you.
So now let's go a little further. Because, you know, the 30 years, she got to start all over again and get a term policy. So here,
right.
Oh, well, she still only spent that same $10,080, but now she's 62, is 40 years. She's got $21,000
with an investment of only
$30.
There you go. A month.
Right? So, you know, at 50, she's actually come up. So now let's see what happens if we do $50 a month.
Ooh, 50 was pretty. And you guys, while he's pulling his illustration up, I just want to say that, yes, we do want to be able to help people to invest more, to insure themselves for more so that they could have, you know, a better retirement in the end. But we're looking at somebody that's on a really tight budget. And when you're 22 years old, being able to pay $30, maybe even $50 is much more economical than to try to get them into something that would be like around $100, because that turns into $1,200. I mean, $1,200 a year. And they're going to look at that and be like, but the new Jordans, but that hair, but, you know, this concert. But when you keep it around 30, and then as they get older, when their finances get better, then you help them. You come back and revisit, and they can amend it and, you know, make changes to grow their money. But at least right now, they have a start.
Now, there's something you said, and again, this is why we're death row over here, right? Because we're unorthodox. There's something you said that I say that we have to be very realistic, and this is why we call that's why we death row, right? The reality is that's a status quo statement that we give people. Oh, you know, you're 22 now and then your finances will get better. You know how many folks I know who are 38 who making the same or less money than they were when they were 22?
Right.
Right.
Still working that same job.
Legal jobs. Yeah. Okay.
Because a lot of jobs cap out.
Yeah.
So you might work at your job for 25 plus years, but you've already reached your cap. So it doesn't matter how many years you work, you've reached your cap. So your budget is going to stay what it is.
Facts. Now, also, and I want you to continue, and I'm going to hop up, but also, so we one of the things that I hear, oh, well, you know, while you're young and it's cheap, get term, right? You have no wife and kids, get term. Well, that's backwards, right? Because here's two things that actually happen versus when you're younger versus when you're older. See, when you're younger and you're 22, you probably still are able to stay at home with mommy. So they're able to cover most of your expenses. So you probably don't have kids, wife and kids, husband and kids, this, that, and the third. Again, a lot of people do, but you don't have those responsibilities of rent, mortgage, bills for real. So you got a bunch of expendable income. So that bubble gum, them Jordans, that new Infinity, all fair game. But then what happens is when you start to gain age, right? Like you said, now it's harder to come up with that $100 because now that $100 is something that you actually can't have expendable because you have responsibilities. So there's this status quo that people like Dave Ramsey and companies like Primerica like to teach people, right? People like Sue Zorman, people at FFL, Patrick Bet David at PHP. I call out names like Corrupt.
I was in here going, he's cutting everybody out.
Yeah. Right? I don't care. I'll call out names. I'm punching up. Let them come down here. They ain't gonna do it because they don't want me to expose. Right?
That part.
So again, right? It sounds nice. Yeah, you know, you're young and you have no kids and da 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 da. You don't just get a term. Okay, yeah. Because it's cheap. Okay, yeah. But now when I'm 35 and not only am I paying for my stuff, but my daughter who's 16 has to have a cell phone. So I gotta have that. So that $100 a month that was expendable 20 years ago that I was like, nah, B, I gotta save this because I might want some Jordans one day. Okay. The money was here. You just transferred it from one place to another. So if you might have seen them Jordans, you might could have just called up your insurance agent and say, hey, I'd like to withdraw exactly how much it costs for these here Jordans. Oh, okay. And then get the money for them their Jordans. I'm just saying. But so $50 a month, $600 a year, $6,000 at the end of the first 10 years, she's already got $4,500 of liquidity. So she only spent $1,500 over the course of 10 years. So 1,500 divided by 10 means she spent $150 a year, right? So $150 divided by 12 means she spent $12.50 a month. Well, that's actually cheaper than this.
Right.
Right? So it seemed like you're spending more up front, but in the long run, she's going to end up getting paid for having life insurance. Now, let's see what happens.
Pretty much. So, and the death benefit. She still has her death benefit. She has her net account value. So she's got some savings, but she still has her death benefit.
I'll be right back. Keep going.
Okay. And so that's the thing, because I feel that there is there's room for everything. So if you wanted to cover something like, just going back to the words mortgage, most people don't stay in their house for the whole 30 to 35 years. They move. So by the time the kids grow up and they move away, now you're like in your 50s or 60s, and now it's too much house for you. So now you're going to sell that house anyway, or you're going to get a condo or downsize or whatever. So then you're going to be sitting here going, I spent all this money on life insurance, on a term policy, just in the event that something happened. And now I'm going to sell the house because it's too much house for me. And another thing that I want you guys to think about is, when you get these term policies, you kind of get a term policy, and I'm really opening up a whole nother can. Maybe I should just be quiet because I'm thinking about business insurance.
Open up the can, it's fine.
Okay, as an agent, one of the most irritating things that we get when we talk to people now, a lot of us do sell life insurance to different businesses and everything, but understand this: that life insurance policy that you get when you start working at a new company is pretty much a different type of a term insurance policy, because you can only have it while you work there. And when you quit working there and you no longer have that insurance, you no longer have insurance. So now you have to start all over again. What if you are too heavy? What if you have health ailments? Now you're not going to be able to be insured. And a lot of people are like, oh, my job got me insurance. I'm good with my job. Lose that job. Then what you got? Retire from that job. Then what do you have? See, it's important to keep things separate in that situation. And that we're just talking, and I'm just was thinking about it. A lot of people don't understand that. And I'm not saying that having insurance through your job is a bad thing. I'm saying there has to be an addition to. You can have that in the event that you do pass away while you're still working there. Your family would definitely benefit from it. And they do give it to you at like a fraction because it is a sense of a term policy. It's not whole life. You don't get to keep it for your whole life. And most of the time when you quit working there, you can't take it with you. And if you do, they start you a whole new policy with your new age, with your new health ailments. And then guess what? The contestability, those 2 years of contestability, start all over again. So these are things that you have to think about. I know we weren't talking about business insurance, but I was just thinking about it. So I just wanted to bring it up.
That's totally fine. I'm just trying to make this screen big because I want to share something with folks. So you mentioned about life insurance on the job. And you know what? Let me see what this screen size looks like on YouTube. Okay. Here we go.
Wanda said, death row, unorthodox. I love it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, this is way too far. Okay. And then go back up to the top. Okay.
Yo, it's legit 93 degrees outside and probably about 89 in my room because I won't turn the AC on. Yeah, I won't turn the AC on. I'm like, if I turn the AC on, then I'm admitting that it's already summer for me.
Oh, it's already summer out here, but we need the heat.
We don't need the heat. We need wind.
We need heat.
Where did that overcast go? Come back, overcast. Come back.
We got all y'all wind. Y'all got all our heat.
Yo, just like we had y'all snow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, y'all did, because we ain't getting no snow.
You guys, I live in California, and the part of California that I live in, I live at the bottom of Big Bear Mountain. So we are in pretty much the mountains. So my elevation is over 3,000. So we got like so much snow, and Alonzo got none. He's in Connecticut and I'm in Cali. It's the craziest thing.
Yeah. So remember what Alana just said about people's jobs. So this is an article here, and I'm going to share this article in the chat. And what this does is it talks about Black people being slaves and our impact on life insurance, because life insurance has a lot to do with slavery, or slavery has a lot to do with life insurance. This was an article written by a gentleman by the name of Michael Ralph at New York University. He's now Dr. Michael Ralph at Howard University. In fact,
are you going to show us what he looks like?
Mm-hmm.
I knew it.
Department of African American Studies.
Okay. He looks like he's my age. What's up,
bro? Okay. Dr. Ralph research integrates political science, economics, history, and medical anthropology through an explicit focus on debt, slavery, insurance, forensics, and incarceration. Black folk love to look at this one. And we love to talk about this one. We love to be the subjects in this one. And we love to participate in being the end result of this one.
Yo.
But we sure enough run away from this one.
Man.
Why is that? Well, here in this article, on August 25th, 2011, NBC and other news outlets reported a scheme that U.S. presidential candidate Rick Perry, then governor of Texas, had concocted in 2003. Wait, to do what? To take out life insurance policies on retiring public school teachers. My job, I got insurance through my job. Through the Swiss financial firm UBS. Say again?
No, I'm saying what?
A couple of months before the firm would declare that, in part, as a result of the global financial crisis, it had faced many heavy and substantial losses nearly 6 months before UBS would make the news again, as one of the corporate entities entrusted with some of presidential candidate Mitt Romney's Swiss account, as cited in the 2010 tax returns he made public in January of 2012. Now, what was the rationale behind Governor Rick Perry's indecent proposal? Well, these senior citizens had a high statistical probability to die within the next decade.
Wow.
And the government of Texas could turn a profit. Where does this say people who the government, who are working for the government, who are employed, who got this life insurance from their job, family is going to get something?
No.
Oh, wait, it didn't. But wait, it gets worse. So let's read on. You know who Michael Moore is, right?
I don't.
Do you remember the movie Bowling for Columbine?
No.
Okay, that was about the 2 white boys in Colorado who shot up the school.
Yeah, I know about Columbine. I remember that.
So he made a movie, and his thing was documentaries on terrible shit that happens in America.
Oh, okay.
So Michael Moore examines a similar practice in his 2009 documentary, Capitalism, a Love Story, through the devastating revelation that a number of Fortune 500 companies, including Bank of America, Citibank, McDonnell Douglas, Hershey, Nestle. Oh, those are all good jobs, though. Walmart. Oh, wait. Half of America works for Walmart, right?
Right.
Let's be honest. Procter and Gamble and American Express have all made use of what the industry insiders call COLI, corporate-owned life insurance, more commonly known as dead peasant insurance. But wait, it gets worse. I got life insurance from my job, man. Get out of my face. Well, when Daniel L. Johnson died of cancer, Michael Moore tells us that Amity Bank made more than $5 million on policies that had taken out in his name that were never shared with his dependents. Because he was like, I'm good. I got a $5 million life insurance through my job. Alonzo, get out of here talking about some life. I would rather invest my money and pay 2 and 20 fees and capital gains taxes and have to pay tax on your gains while the money's in circulation. But we're not going to talk about alternative investments. We're just talking about life insurance.
What people don't understand is when your job takes insurance, when they offer you insurance, it's because, okay, I'm going to speak for California because I know California law. If you have a business that has over 10 employees, you must offer them life insurance and health insurance. Now, the way that it works for the company's benefit is they are taking out a policy on you themselves. Now, they are offering you a term policy because it's only good as long as you work there. The question is, when you quit working there, do they stop benefiting from you? Did you sign something that says that you can only take out a life insurance policy on me while I work from you, but when I'm no longer your employee, you have to stop this insurance policy on me?
No.
I don't think it says that.
No.
So you could quit working for this company 20 years ago. Mm-hmm. But if they continue to pay on it, guess what, boo? You pop. They can still benefit from you. And they don't have to give your family jack. And the sad thing about it is when they call you into that room and they have that insurance agent there that's offering you this, and they say, sign here and sign there and do this and do that, you have not taken the time with someone who knows what the application is really saying that's working for your benefit. And they go through it with a fine-tooth comb to show you all other pros and cons. Because what he just did by reading this, Alonzo just showed you all of these businesses are making money off of you, even after you're not even with them anymore.
Mm-hmm. So, I mean, I don't know what to say after this, right? It says, the reason it's illegal for me to take out a fire insurance policy on your house. Moore insists incredulously that anyone could provide corporations with incentives to have employees die in accordance with their policy projections. Yet, as it turns out, there's a precedent for wealthy people to benefit from the death of others.
Now, you guys know about that company. I'm not going to say who they are. They sound like, they have a name that sounds, starts with an A and ends with an N. I'll put it like that. They've had people that have dropped dead working there, and the employees just stepped over them. Now, you think about this. They have policies out on these people. Mm-hmm. And they drop dead in their facility. Mm-hmm. That would be considered possibly accidental death, depending on how they died. Mm-hmm. That's a whole nother bracket. Mm-hmm. Oh, and yeah. Y'all are going hard for, I got insurance at my job. My job got me. Yeah, mm-hmm. Right. And I'm gonna say something else. And I don't sell health insurance yet, because the company that I used to work for didn't require it. They frowned against it. But y'all get y'all insurance through your job. You got your health insurance through your job. Oh, I got Kaiser. Oh, I got this. Oh, I got that. Quit working there and tell me what you got. You lose your health insurance. Mm-hmm. And now you have a health ailment. And now you're trying to get Medicaid or whatever, and it's going to be difficult because you're coming in with pre-existing conditions. You guys have to start thinking outside of the box. You cannot trust a corporation that does not care. You are always going to be disposable to them. Mm-hmm. When you're gone, it's on to the next. They don't care. You are replaceable. These are multi-billion-dollar, million-dollar, billion-dollar, sometimes trillion-dollar businesses. You are just a notch on their belt. And when you get tired of playing their game, they will hire somebody else. And I'm going to tell you something else. One of the reasons that they are allowed to get a life insurance policy out on you is because, say you're working there and you pass away, they now have to advertise for somebody to fill your position. They have to have somebody else come in and fill your position while they are hiring somebody. And then they have to train this person. So that does take some money. Now, it doesn't take all of the money that they are going to make when you pass away, but that's their benefit. They're paying for the policy. They can take out how much they want. Now, I'm going to tell you something. This is the interesting thing that you have to think about. You have to tell them how much your insurance policy is going to be, how much money you are willing to take out, right? But they don't tell you how much money they're taking out on you. They get to know what you are taking out on you, but they don't tell you what they are taking out on you. That's some cold stuff right there.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that one.
I be thinking about this stuff. It irritates me. The way that they get over on us, and we think that we're doing so good. Oh, I want to get a job with benefits. Oh, I gotta have the benefits. Oh, you got a government job? Oh, you got benefits. Those benefits do not always protect you. It is good to have some kind of covering, but if you were to go out and have your own insurance, then it doesn't matter where you work at. It doesn't matter how long you work.
So life insurance is literally that. It's insurance of life events. But go ahead.
Boom. No, I'm speaking of even health insurance too.
Yeah.
You have your own health insurance. If you pay into your own health insurance, then you get to better determine the quality of insurance you get. When you get it from your job, you have to go with whoever they say you can go with.
Yeah.
And you still paying on it regardless. Even if it is at a discount, you're still paying for it. Because
by the way, the company does not pay for your life policy. You pay for it, but it's substantially cheaper. So the company participates in it, but the rule is this: they need at least 75% participation from the employees. Right? So they push everybody to it so that 75% participate. It makes it cheap, and it makes it cheap for the carrier who's paying it. But I paid $7 a pay period, and usually it's only 2 to 3 times your annual income. Right? Which for your family is going to do nothing. But if I'm a company that has 100,000 employees and 1,000 of them die and 1,000 of them each leave me $100,000,
boom,
$10 million.
I'm gonna stay in the black.
Yeah.
I'm a lie and say that I'm in the red and I got to downsize.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna let you go, but I still got that in life insurance policy out on you though.
Oh yeah. And so boom. Now, besides COLI, which is corporate-owned life insurance, I want to also show you guys what the banks do, or BOLI. So, Bank of America, 2019, equity investments without readily determinable fair values. That means the stock market. They put $6.14 billion in there. Life insurance assets. See, most people don't know that. General account life insurance assets, I only put $2.9 billion. That's nothing. Separate account life insurance. Why is there a separate account life insurance? Why is there only one bar for the stock market? And there's 3 bars for life insurance. Wait, that says $19.4 billion. Wait, they'd have to put this away for 3 years to equal what they put in 1 year here. Wait, but they put 24 billion. So they have to put away for 4 years what they put in here to equal what they put in here in life insurance for 1 year. So now all other assets are 31 billion. So that means cash, mortgages, right? Receivables. Oh, Citibank. Well, they're pretty equal. 5.9 billion and 5.2 billion. Okay. Oh, Morgan Chase, 6.1 billion. Oh, 6.1 billion. Wait, another 5.3 billion. So they put 11 billion. Okay. So almost double what they put in the stock market. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So big boy Wells Fargo, 5.3 billion. Oh, that's exactly what they put in their general account life insurance assets.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait, they also put 12.9 billion in the separate account. And in the hybrid account, all right, they only put 600 million. Buy term, invest the rest. Well, this tells me that they're buying permanent and investing the rest.
That part.
Or they're investing a little bit, invest a little bit, and buy life insurance.
Buying life
That's what it
insurance.
looks like to me.
Yeah.
Show you one more thing, and then I'll let you go. Right? Because now we see the difference in spending $50 versus spending $25, and how much more beneficial it can be for you to spend a few dollars more at such a young age. Okay. Where did my website go? Oh, I just closed the doggone window. Oh, no, I didn't. Here it is. So, bowleycoley.com. This is a website because a lot of agents don't know stuff like this exists. What is Bowley? What is Coley? What is QOLY? So let's see what they have here. Insurance services, bank-owned life insurance, corporate-owned life insurance, credit union-owned life insurance, personal life insurance planning, LIRPs, life insurance retirement plan, split dollar, and the life insurance average. So you can do dollar cost average, DCA, dollar cost averaging, split dollar, deferred comp, executive, all sorts of things, right? And it's telling you here about LIRPs. Wait, what is a LIRP? Why is there a website dedicated to life insurance retirement plans? Wait, you mean life insurance is actually a retirement plan? So I don't need to go into a 401k, which is actually tax code? They have a guide about how life insurance retirement plans can serve as a valuable tool to provide additional retirement income while providing life insurance coverage. Well, what is alert? Well, a life insurance retirement plan is a specialized life insurance strategy that maximizes tax-deferred retirement savings while protecting your beneficiaries. These plans are designed using permanent life insurance products whereby premiums paid each year contribute toward two key components: life insurance death benefit and a savings vehicle known as cash value. So what am I going to do here? I'm going to do this, ladies and gentlemen. Don't worry, Ilana, you can keep talking. I talk a lot too. Don't apologize. Right? That's what this is here for.
Right.
So I just put into the chat for you guys. It is coming up on 9. We've been going for a little bit. Alana had no clue I was going to do this. She just happened to be on the Zoom, and I said, "Oh, you know what? I got you. Going live." So,
Yep.
Thank you for being a good sport, Alana.
Of course.
I am gonna go ahead and let you close out. So, do you have any closing words you'd like to say?
I just want to say I hope that what we're saying to you guys resonates. And for those of you who see value in what we are putting out, if it can't help you, send somebody to this video so that they can see what we have so that we can help. Our goal is to help our people. There's a lot of other nationalities that put all the info out for themselves. If you look at the Jews buy from the Jews.
Mm-hmm.
The Hispanics buy from the Hispanics. The Dominicans buy from the Dominicans. The Asians buy from the Asians. We take our money and we put it into everybody else's global economy but our own. Now, our goal is to, at one point, be able to have our own, but you got to crawl before you walk. But we will never be able to do that if the people who look like us, not saying that others can't, because this is not a exclusive thing, but it does need to be a predominantly FUBU situation.
Mm-hmm.
And it has to start with us helping our people. Because if we don't help our people, who's going to? It has to start with us.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
So
all I want to say.
while you're saying that, I just wanted to show you guys Ariel Investments, who was founded by John W. Rogers, a black man. And this is a black created firm back in 1983. It's a 40-year-old firm. They've got $15 billion assets under management, and they partnered with Charles Schwab for the last 20 years. So all that stuff
Man,
you hear about Charles Schwab is actually Ariel Investments.
come
Here's
on.
another one. I believe it's Harlem Capital. So when I hear about us talking about the lack of investment opportunities or black-owned financial firms, here's another one, Harlem Capital. Black-owned financial firm. They've got 174 million assets under management. They're really small versus 15 billion assets under management, right?
Right.
124 million sounds like nothing when you say 15 billion. I gotta make 124 million 124 more times before I get to 1 billion.
Alonzo,
Yep.
look up how much contribution comes from the Black community per year as far as finances. How much money is the Black population spending?
Hmm. So the average household spends about $36,149.
No, I mean like the blacks as a whole.
Yeah, no, I know. So if we multiply that by
Oh,
42
I
million,
see it. There it is. There it is.
where do you see
I
it?
see it.
Wait, I don't see it. Oh, right here, 300, about 835 billion.
There you go.
Oh, no, wait,
It's
this
not that blacks don't have money.
1.6 trillion.
Trillion. Yeah. We're almost at 2 trillion. It's not that we don't have money. It's that we wear it,
Mm-hmm,
we drink it,
mm-hmm,
we smoke it, we
mm-hmm,
drive it.
mm-hmm.
We're all in our hair. I mean, I see women put hair on layaway.
Mm,
$1,200 for a bundle of hair. We
mm,
want to get our nails done. And I'm not saying that you should not do things to pamper yourself, but what I'm saying is you really need to rethink your situation if you are driving a 50 plus $1,000, I'm gonna say 30 plus $1,000 car, and you live in an apartment. I'm gonna say that if you are rocking all of the latest Jordans and you want to be Gucci down and Gucci and Gabbana and all of that stuff,
mm-hmm,
but you don't own the deed,
mm-hmm,
because the deed to your house is going to make you money. As it gets older, it normally makes you money and you can always sell it and you can normally come out on top depending on the stock market. But the minute you purchase that weed, that alcohol, that car, as soon as you drive that whip off the lot, it just depreciated.
mm-hmm. Now I'm gonna
And
give you
you
a
want to
flip side
spend.
of that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna show you guys something because, like you said, nothing wrong with having that, right? So you see this
Oh.
3 things of Burberry, right? So I tell people, listen, if you like to buy Jordans and you like to buy 4 pairs of
Mm-hmm.
Jordans every month, stop buying 4 pairs, right? What I want you to do is buy 3 pairs. And the money that you would spend on that 4th pair, invest with one of us in a life insurance policy, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we will have you buying 3 pairs of Burberry glasses a month
Boom.
for the rest of your life versus just buying three
That
pairs of Burberry
part.
glasses a month for 5 years. What do you want? You want to always have the newest Burberry glasses and be like, man, from 95 to 2000, I was the man in Rikers Island. You froze, Lana? Yes, you froze.
No,
Oh, no, okay.
I was still.
Okay.
No, I'm not. I'm not. I want to say one more thing,
Yeah.
and this goes back to whole life versus life insurance. So, when you get a whole life insurance policy, as long as you pay on it, and after a certain time, you really don't even have to come out of your pocket and pay for it,
Mhm.
but you are covered. And there's other ways that can help you, like it depending on your type of policy. If you get terminal illness, critical illness, chronic illness, they have ways to pay you some of your money up front to help you out with your situation. Now, when you have a term and you get sick and you have to quit your job, there's nothing there. You don't make that payment that first month, they'll be like, okay. Second time, they send you that letter. You have missed your payment and you owe this amount of money. That third month rolled off, you not only are not getting anything, now you owe them because you did not pay for the last few months. So you done paid for 20 years on your 30-year policy. You now have a health ailment. You've lost your job, and now you're in debt to the insurance company that you have given all this money to, and they don't have to give you diddly squat. In fact, now you owe them.
Yeah.
And I have an attitude about it because I used to sell those policies strictly because I was against whole life policies. Now I'm like, hold up.
Mhm.
This is the life right here.
Come
This
on
is where
over to
I'm
death.
living.
Come to death
Come
row.
on over to death row. Yes, y'all.
Come on over to death row. And there's nothing better than having actual real people talk about it, right? So
Hmm.
I'm gonna go ahead and get ready to close out. So ladies and gentlemen, my mottos when I close out. The first one I actually want to say is what everything that we've said, and especially when you're sitting in front of an insurance agent, especially one of us or a financial advisor like one of us, is I want to think about it. So I want you to think about it. But while you're thinking about it, know this. If you do nothing, nothing changes. I also want you guys to wipe ass, work in progress every day and see success. And remember, ladies and gentlemen,
Yeah.
when people challenge you, they don't challenge you to challenge you, but they challenge you to challenge you. Accept the challenge. Salute.
Salute.
A song about when he died. There's gonna be two angels standing in the
Right.
If you answer the
Yes.
question, draw you go
Yeah.
there. And I was like,
Alonzo, are you still there?
I'm here. We still
You
live.
crazy.
You
he's
froze
like,
a
you
little
know,
bit,
you're not gonna know the answers.
but I'm here.
One of the questions was who
We
is
still live. We still going.
Where did she get that from?
But she kept saying Muhammad and Islamic, and I'm like, that has
What?
nothing to do with Christianity.
She's going. Sharif or Khalid done told her that. Probably Sharif.
She was looking at something. I'm just like, that has nothing to do with Christianity. She kept saying God, and I'm
Absolutely
like,
not.
Mm, mm, mm. Mm, 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 mm. Shout out to the FBI. Shout out to the CIA. Shout out to the RNS. That's for Kia D. Shout out to Kia D. If you or anybody you know knows Kia D, shout out to RNS. The homie cousin Twiz, all my folks from CT New Haven in the building. You know, LXG, we in here. Crack, right? All that. Yeah, that. Shout out again to the FBI. That's the feminine, beautiful, and inspirational. Shout out to the CIA. That's the confident, intelligent, and assertive. With that being said, wipe ass. And remember, when people challenge you, they don't challenge you to challenge, but they challenge you to challenge you. Accept the challenge.